jumping on a little late this evening, but wanted to still keep connecting with everybody. Tonight I wanted to talk a little bit more about high fiber and the types of foods that you can actually get into your diet. But why do you really want to have that high fiber? Well, first of all, it actually just keeps your body nice and clean, because the fiber, there's two types of fiber, soluble and insoluble fibers, and they help to actually scrub, literally, the intestinal wall. So in our intestines, we can end up having pockets of fecal matter that end up sitting in there for decades sometimes, and this can be very troublesome, especially if it begins to fester. We've got some bad bacteria going in there, and then we end up having the permeability of our intestinal wall to be compromised, and we end up with that leaky gut situation. There's an approximation that anybody that has a standard American diet, so that SAD diet, potentially 95% of those people have a leaky gut situation going on. Not necessarily because of fecal matter building up in pockets, but just because of that SAD inflammatory process going on in our guts at any given time. So, sorry, I'm just getting distracted with notifications. Hi, Angie. But I wanted to talk about why high fiber diet is also important, because, like I said, it clears out those toxins that get stuck in our guts. It can actually feed the friendly gut bacteria as well, too, the microbiome. So when I was saying about the bad bacteria causing issues with regards to SIBO and leaky gut, we also have the good bacteria. So insoluble fiber and soluble fiber are kind of those prebiotic situations, and it will really help to feed the good bacteria and give them something to keep going on, because you want them to always, flourish more than the bad bacteria. It actually, having a high fiber diet will actually help to lower your cholesterol as well, too. So having, we have the good cholesterol, we have the bad cholesterol. I hate using that term, good and bad, but it is what it is. And we want to be able to keep the higher cholesterol in the good numbers and the lower cholesterol in the bad number, in the lower end of things. So you want to incorporate a lot of fiber into your diet, and you can do that through different foods that I'm going to be talking about throughout this month, so keep tuned in. And then we also have blood sugar levels can really help to be stabilized through having a lot of fiber in our diet. So if you know me at all, I don't specifically talk about different kinds of diets, but the fad diet that's all out there for everybody is that keto type diet. Having more fiber in your diet will actually allow you to stabilize those blood sugars a lot longer, because the glucose that you're getting from your carbs is not going to be dumping straight into the bloodstream because of the fibers actually slowing it down a little bit. So you want to have that nice, stable blood sugar levels in your body, and fiber actually helps you to have that as well, too. So while I'm not really an advocate for keto type diets, unless it's for therapeutic purposes, if you are doing something like that, this is where fiber is so very important, because of that blood sugar stabilization. If you are just going straight towards pure animal products and animal products, basically, a lot of people just tend to go straight towards those and don't have any fiber whatsoever in the diet, because fiber is not found in animal products. Be very careful, and you might want to add in a supplement at that point as well, too, just because you want to keep everything moving nicely. And even if you are having a regular bowel movement, understand you could still have those pockets of fecal matter building up in your gut. And a lot of people, I have a BM every day and it's nice and normal and it's all good and looks good on paper. But if you have a pocket of fecal matter in there, other fecal matter can go around it as well, too. So you want to be able to make sure that we have a nice clean gut, the small and the large intestine. And yeah, and that was my next point, was actually just to make sure that, having a high fiber diet helps to promote healthy bowel function as well too. And it actually contributes to feeling full a lot longer as well too. So having the soluble and insoluble fiber will make the gut feel full, so you don't eat as much as well too. So that's another really great factor as well too. But I wanted to just tie it into a little bit about heart health. So we're in February, and we're talking about the heart a lot. During February, the energetic heart as well as the physical heart as well too. And understanding that having a really high fiber diet will actually help with the potential for, like I said, cholesterol, the good cholesterol being high and the bad cholesterol being low, as well as, lowering blood pressure as well too can really be, it may help to lower blood pressure depending upon the person. It's always going to be very individualized. And, decreasing that inflammation as well too, which can be very beneficial for the heart overall, because increased inflammation of the body can cause a little bit of stress and strain on the heart as well too. And, really decreasing those cardiometabolic risk factors as well too. So when we have the high fiber diet in our body, we're releasing toxins, we're releasing inflammation, we're releasing all of these things, which allows for decreased inflammation of the body. And then obviously, the heart is not working as hard from there. So what foods are actually full of fiber? Well, all of our fruits, all of our vegetables, and not processed fruits and vegetables, not overly cooked so they're mushy. You want to get them as raw or as close to what Mother Nature intended them to be, to get the best and most beneficial benefits out of them. Sorry, I talk in circles sometimes. But yeah, so an apple is going to be so much more potent in so many different ways. You're getting your prebiotics, you're getting your fiber, you're getting your carbs, you're getting your nutrients, your vitamins and minerals, and everything is just so perfect within that apple, the way Mother Nature intended it, and it gets synergistically absorbed and assimilated in your body as a result of a whole apple. When you start processing it and make it an applesauce, well, you're losing some of that. First of all, you're losing a little bit of fiber. You're losing, you're cooking away potentially some of the nutrients. When you put it into that apple juice form, you're getting pure sugar. It tastes great, but understanding that when you're taking in something like apple juice, it's not going to give you the benefits, and it's going to give you a quick energy boost because it's pure sugar. You may get minuscule little, snippets of nutrients from it, but does it outweigh the whole sugar intake? I don't think so. So really, and again, that would go straight into the bloodstream, as opposed to having an apple, which will have the same amount of sugar potentially as a small glass of juice or whatever the juice you get out of an apple, but that sugar is going to be slowed down significantly through the fiber that's added into it. Whole grains are going to be one of those incredible whole fiber, high fibrous foods as well too. So looking towards our oatmeals, our oat bran, these oats that have not been processed to the point of being stripped of their nutrients and stripped of their fiber as well too. So always, that's one of the big reasons about going towards a whole grain. So just to increase the fiber in your diet as well too. Legumes. So legumes are going to be, it just goes without saying, beans and legumes are going to be so high in fiber for the body. If you have trouble digesting them and you're cooking them, say, from scratch, so we're all trying to save a little bit of money these days, you can get a bag of beans. Oh my goodness, my cat. Get a bag of beans and cook them. Like, they're so economical, and, soak them for a while and then cook them up. And there's different ways to be able to get better digestibility from beans. And, all you have to do is reach out and ask, because I've got tons and tons of ways of being able to, save some money as well as getting in the proper nutrients that you need to do. Nuts and seeds are going to be very, very helpful again too for increasing the fiber in your diet. But of course, if people have digestive issues, then what I'm saying with regards to that are not going to apply to you. You really have to take any kind of information that is going to be really kind of generalized as far as, these little videos and different things that I'm saying. Oh my goodness. And, and just be very specific about what it is that you need for yourself and be an advocate for your personal health journey, because sometimes nuts and seeds are not going to be very helpful for you, especially if you have an allergy or you have something like diverticulitis and, different gut issues. Some people just can't digest them properly. And these are, the different things that you have to take into consideration. You just don't take anything that I say off of the shelf, and it's like taking what you Google from Dr. Google and just, and that it said that I have to do it that way, so I have to do it. Well, Wendy said I have to do it that way, so no, you be very specific to your own physical makeup and your body and your likes and dislikes. So my recommendation is that in any form that you can, looking towards 20 to 30 grams per day of fiber that you want to get into your diet. And that's from food, not supplement. You can supplement with psyllium husks or hulls. I would not go towards a Metamucil, understanding that you've got stevia in Metamucil, you've got coloring in Metamucil. Even though Metamucil is that psyllium husks or hulls, understanding there's going to be additives in there and you're paying for the brand name. Just get your run-of-the-mill, go to the bulk barn, get some psyllium hulls or husks. I can never remember the name of them. And supplement with that. It's exactly the same thing, minus the additives and chemicals. So keep that in mind when you're trying to be clean and eating a certain way. Because, the less chemicals, the better. And understanding that, when we have increased fiber in our diet, we are promoting heart health to to a great degree. Heart health is still one of the biggest killers. There's a lot of stuff that's out there these days that are against us, but heart health is still one of the big ones. And this is kind of where my brain is and my heart literally is kind of leaning towards with regards to focusing in on issues. I can't help everybody, even though I would love to, but sometimes looking towards that heart, especially for women, heart health is that silent killer. Oh, that kitty cat is going to kill me. He's sitting in the corner. She's sitting in the corner, staring right into the corner and crying. I'll let her out in a second. But heart health for women is potentially one of the biggest killers, and just to be very, very well, and it doesn't matter your age. These days, we want to keep our bodies as clean as possible, keeping our acidity down, our alkalinity up, getting all your greens in, getting all your foods in your system that are going to keep your body as clean as possible to divert and lower those risk factors towards heart disease, cancer, diabetes, all these lifestyle diseases that are just, it's an epidemic form. This is the epidemic that's going on that many of us, we don't talk about. And it's going on and has been going on for a very long time. So take that into consideration with your own physical person and do with it what you want. And if you want to connect with me, I am available to chat. I'm going to be at the store tomorrow all day. Stop in Chelmsford and, ask me some questions and hang out with me and just chit chat about the stuff that I love the most about chit chatting about is nutrition. So have a great evening, everybody. And, before I go and before you get off of here, type in below what your favorite fiber food is and what you do on a regular basis to get more fiber into your diet. I would really love to know. Have a great day. Take care.